Harry's arrival in the villa was like a wave of charm and unpredictability. From the very beginning, he carried himself with a confidence that caught the attention of many. But it was Shakira Khan who became the unexpected anchor in his whirlwind journey. Shakira entered Love Island as one of the original islanders, already adapting to the shifting sands of alliances, couplings, and betrayals. She was sharp, outspoken, and unwilling to be easily swept away by empty promises. That made her different from many others. While other contestants tried to play the game, Shakira lived it with raw honesty. That quality, fiery yet vulnerable, drew Harry closer, even when he didn't immediately know it himself. Their story was not a straight line. It bent, broke, and restitched itself multiple times. At first, Shakira and Harry seemed like polar opposites. Harry could come across playful, almost careless at times, while Shakira demanded commitment, clarity, and emotional respect. She did not tolerate half-hearted effort. That's why her early days in the villa saw her test the waters with other boys, Ben Holbrow, Ty Isherwood, and Connor Phillips, but none of them truly matched the energy she was looking for. It wasn't until Harry circled back into her orbit that sparks began to fly in ways neither could ignore. The magic of their best moments didn't lie only in grand gestures, it lived in small exchanges, side glances, subtle touches, and the kind of unfinished sentences that made the audience scream at their screens, waiting for resolution. One of their earliest sparks came during a late-night conversation under the string lights of the villa's garden. Harry leaned in closer than he should have, brushing his arm against hers. Shakira, in her sharp yet coy way, pulled back just slightly and said, "Don't think you can charm me so easily." But her smile betrayed her words. That tug-of-war between resistance and desire became the fabric of their storyline. Then came the iconic moment that defined them for many viewers. It was late in the season, after drama, shifting couples, and the kind of heartbreak that Love Island feeds on. Harry leaned closer, his hand brushing the side of Shakira's neck, and went in for a bold kiss. The tension was thick, the cameras zoomed, the audience held their breath. Instead of giving in fully, Shakira turned her head slightly and placed a sweet but strategic kiss on his cheek. It wasn't rejection in the brutal sense. It was her way of saying, "Not yet. Earn this." The audience erupted, social media lit up, and memes flew everywhere. That single cheek kiss symbolized everything about their relationship, Shakira's boundaries, and Harry's persistence. But what made this moment so memorable was not the hesitation itself. It was what followed. Harry didn't sulk or lash out. Instead, he laughed, held her hand tighter, and said, "Fair enough. Baby steps." That line instantly became a catchphrase of the season. It showed Harry's ability to adapt, to respect her pace while still making his feelings clear. It was in that balance of patience and persistence that their chemistry matured. Their journey wasn't without obstacles. Harry's flirtations elsewhere, Shakira's strong personality, and the ever-changing villa dynamics constantly tested them. But each test seemed to pull them back together. Their conversations began to carry more weight. They shared not just laughter but fears, not just jokes but real vulnerabilities. Shakira confessed how hard it was for her to trust after being let down multiple times, both inside and outside the villa. Harry admitted that his carefree exterior often masked a deeper fear of not being taken seriously. These revelations didn't just make good television, they made them real to the audience. As the days turned into weeks, their bond solidified. They weren't the perfect couple, far from it, but their imperfections made them relatable. Every viewer who had ever pulled back from affection, every person who had ever demanded more respect before giving in, every man or woman who had ever laughed off rejection instead of sulking, saw themselves in Harry and Shakira. Their best moments were layered. There was the cheek kiss, yes, but there was also the morning when Shakira, still wrapped in a blanket, sat beside Harry on the sun deck. They didn't speak for long. Instead, they let silence hold them. A soft laugh from her, a quick squeeze of her hand from him, and the cameras caught a serenity rare for Love Island. It was simple, almost uneventful, but to the fans who followed their story, it was magical. The villa isn't kind to couples who hesitate. Every new bombshell threatens to dismantle fragile connections. But Harry and Shakira managed to weather the storms. Even when Shakira explored other options, her heart seemed to orbit back to Harry. Even when Harry joked and played around, his eyes always found her in the crowd. Their dynamic was a magnet that couldn't be broken for long. When the finale approached, many doubted whether they could reach the end, but their rekindled connection in the last week changed everything. They weren't just surviving, they were thriving. Their final speeches to one another carried the weight of their journey, the push and pull, the laughter and restraint, the moments of near-kiss tension and the sweetness of finally leaning into trust. While they didn't win first place, finishing as runners-up felt almost poetic. It was as if the public wanted them to succeed, but also understood that their love story was still unfolding, not yet ready for a perfect bow. After the villa, their best moments continued to echo. They went on charming date nights, one of the most talked about being their Moulin Rouge West End outing. Pictures surfaced of Harry holding Shakira close, their laughter captured in candid snapshots. Harry made it clear he didn't care for labels, saying exclusivity didn't need to be spelled out because they were already living it. Shakira, as always, balanced the playfulness with grounded clarity. Fans loved that even outside the show, their dynamic remained the same. Him, teasing and romantic. Her, strong and cautious, yet undeniably affectionate. Their Love Island journey taught viewers that romance doesn't have to be about grand victories or flawless perfection. It can be messy, hesitant, and stubborn, yet still magnetic. Harry and Shakira gave the season one of its most iconic arcs, a love story defined by patience, laughter, respect, and undeniable chemistry. Looking back, their best moments weren't confined to a single kiss attempt or a dramatic recoupling. Their best moments were stitched across countless small interactions, the look Shakira gave Harry when she thought no one noticed, the way Harry defended her when others doubted, the laughter they shared during group challenges, the late-night talks that were too quiet for microphones to fully catch. Together, they created a mosaic of intimacy that still stands as one of the highlights of Love Island. As fans rewatch clips, it's clear why their story lingers. It wasn't just about romance. It was about growth. Harry learned patience, Shakira learned vulnerability. And together they showed that sometimes the best moments are not when everything goes right, but when two people choose each other even after everything has gone wrong.